the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, a life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero?
All right, y'all, what's up? Anyways, happy Monday. What up, Mike? Oh, man. Yeah, I never know, whenever I stream, I never know where to start, what to say first. But I do want to say I really do appreciate everybody, man. I'm not going to go into some long explanation, but, I just want to say that over time, over the last, definitely, year and a half, things have been kind of rocky, especially these last few months, and most definitely the last month or so. 2 months, really. Can't believe it's been 2 months since my grandma passed. But man, I love her. I love her to death. I do want to share something with you guys that has been somewhat on my mind and somewhat bothering me. Here, I'm gonna try to fire up some Black Ops. Man, you got another update? What'd this update do? It's a small update. But, no, I just want to say, first of all, the reason I have two cameras is my cat, Dory. I wanted to get a camera directly on her, just on her, but I figure, hey, I'll wait until things pop off in the chat, because, like, once I start getting a little more popular, if that ever happens. But what I wanted to do is, I want to put a camera probably like on the wall here and make it go down all the way and kind of slant it so that it's just on her. But I want to share something with you guys. I really do. Let's see. Let me make sure. Do you guys hear me okay? How does the volume sound? Does the volume sound okay? I just turned it up a little bit, the gain. I don't know, maybe I should turn it down a little bit. Alright, tell me if it sounds better. This is at gain 3, and this is 2. This is 2. This is 3. Can you even tell the difference? Probably can't even tell the difference, to be honest. 3, 2. 3, 2. Well, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude about that. But, like, is it, like, overly loud? 3's better. Figured as much. Now, hold up. Now, 3's probably definitely going to be good when there's music, when the game's going on, because explosions and stuff are pretty loud. But let me know about this. So when I turn down, if I turn off the music, tell me if it's too loud. 3. Is 3 too loud without music? Then I can better gauge. 3's probably too loud without music, right? Without anything else going on in the background? No? Okay, good. You're the man. Because it's been on 2 for the last 2 streams, so sweet. No, I do want to share something with you real quick. You know, everybody knows, you know, my grandma passing, it really hurt me. And what a lot of people don't know is that me and my grandma had a close relationship. Well, actually, a lot of you guys know that. But more so, she was like the only person that I talked to. She was everything to me. She just meant a lot. But why is it? Oh, it's doing that. But the thing is outside of her, I really didn't have somebody I can come and talk to. And I just didn't, not that I didn't feel comfortable with anybody, it's just like she knew, you know, she knew everything about me. So anything I had going on, it was just much easier going to her and talking to her about it. And, you know, I didn't have to explain a bunch of stuff, the context, and she knew all that already. But, so the next person in line would probably have been my dad or my mom, but there's so much that, you know, not that I didn't tell them because I wanted to hide it from them, but they just didn't know certain things. They just, you know, I just always went to grandma. And so, now that she's gone, I've basically, well, not basically, what I've done is I've reached out to her sister. One of the things my grandma done over the last few years, 4 or 5 years, is she's always told me that if something were to happen to her, you can always come to my sister. Her sister, they were really close, and even though I haven't had any private conversations with her sister, my grandmother let her know, like, basically everything that was going on with me. All the struggles, everything that was, you know, just everything. So if something were to happen to my grandma, I had somebody to go talk to. And so I never really thought about it until after my grandma passed, but it's like it can't help, you know, you can't help but think, being in my grandma's sister position, that, you know, I don't think she thinks down on me about it, but her thinking, you know, that I'm talking to her just because, you know, my grandma's not there, you know, like, it kind of looks selfish, because it's like, you know, you didn't want to talk to me when grandma was alive, which isn't necessarily the case. It's just, you know, I mean, grandma knew everything, and so it was just much easier to share that with her. You know, I wasn't the type to share it with everybody. You know, I just tell one person something and maybe somebody else, but I never, like, if something was going on in my life, I didn't have a list of people to go tell. Verbose, what up, brother? So I've reached out to her, and we were going to have a conversation on the phone, and I did the same thing with my mom. My mom, you know, been a really, really rocky. That's awesome, Verbose. I love you, brother. I know it's been a long time since we talked. I don't know if you know, but my grandmother passed away a couple months ago. And it basically was it took my situation that I was working through and trying to get over, and it made things, I don't want to say worse, but it really switched a lot of things up for me, and I'm working on that. So just want to let you know why I haven't been around. But I do think about you all the time, man. I really do. I hope all is well. Just know that I'm always here for you. I love how you come in and say what's up, and then you go do your thing. I love that, man. But with my mom, my relationship has been rocky. Just really non-existent, and you know, she's had her own mental problems. She's diagnosed with bipolar. But when I would talk to my grandma, my mom would be there because they were really close as well. And you know, I would talk to my mom, and everything would be good. And you know, we never really got into talking about why we haven't kept in touch, anything bad really. We just talking to my grandma, me and her, she would be there, and we would do like a three-way and talk, and it would be, hey, everybody would be in a good mood. And I love talking to my mom. But it wasn't consistent or anything. But anyways, because my grandma passed, with her, I've told her that, hey, Mom, I want to try to build a relationship with you. And she knew I had a good relationship with my grandma. Oh, that's okay, Verbose. She knew I had a relationship with Grandma, and so it's like she understood that. And now I'm reaching out to her, and you know, because I love my mom, I really do. And you know, things happen for a reason, and I don't think my grandma passing is happened because it's causing me to have relationships with other people. No, I just think it's a side effect. It's something that's like, hey, you know, I no longer have this important person in my life. You know, there's other people that I want to try to build relationships with. But me and the girl I'm in a relationship with, the relationship's as good as done. We're still talking, but it's just like, if anybody's interested, I'll explain, but it went to hell. And she keeps messaging me, and you know, she goes from one end of the spectrum to the other, and a lot of what she says isn't true. But anyways, we've been in a group chat, and my mom really knows nothing about this woman other than what my grandma has shared. But we're in this group chat, and for the first time, my mom and my girlfriend are talking, and you know, my mom is just totally infatuated with this woman, you know. Unbeknownst to her, that she, you know, I don't want to use the term manipulating, but I think that's the correct term. She's just very, you know, she does a lot of things that's with me and that, you know, have to do with me, and it's just not right. But obviously, when she's talking to my mom, she's not saying any of those things. You know, my mom thinks she's the next best thing since sliced bread, literally. But I expressed to my mom and my girlfriend that I wanted to bring my mom down from Michigan to Florida, and my girlfriend was gonna actually get a condo for her and her son and let my mom stay there, so then I wouldn't have to pay for a hotel. Now, mind you, my girlfriend and that's awesome, Verbose. Dude, that's awesome, brother. I haven't got into the game yet. I still haven't bought that game. I don't know. Something tells me I should buy it, but I feel like the popularity has faded. But I still see a lot of videos on TikTok and Instagram. Not as many, but I still see it a lot. And anyways, you know, I expressed interest that I wanted to bring my mom down, and my mom said, yeah, I would like to come down. And, you know, my girlfriend was like, how did a villa? And, you know, I expressed interest, but then, and this is what happens a lot of the times over the last 4 or 5 years, and one of the reasons why my relationship with my girlfriend isn't working out is because I express interest in doing something, and then it's just like my anxiety and depression, I don't want to do it anymore. But I try the best I can to not be rude about it. I say, you know what, hon, I wanted to do this, but now not up to it. You know, I'm stressed out, and she'll say, "Why are you stressed?" So on and so forth. And so I expressed interest that I wanted to see my mom, wanted to bring her down, and my girlfriend was gonna get a villa, and she didn't let my mom stay there. And then, you know, I wouldn't have to pay for a hotel, and you know, it all sounded good. But then I thought about it, and I was like, well, I don't really have it planned yet. I don't want to just off a whim buy her a ticket, you know, because she scheduled the villa, and it would have been for like next weekend, and I would have had to get my mom the ticket, you know, right like a week ago for next weekend. And I just didn't want to sign up for that right this minute, just because I didn't want to, you know, I wanted to plan it out, and I just don't, you know, I don't want to bring my mom down and be in a state of anxiety and stress and not spend time with my mom. And even though my mom knows about my problems, I don't think she would understand. Like, why doesn't Tony want to be with me? When I do, I just, you know, it's the same reason why I spent the holidays alone. I want to keep in touch with my family. I want them in my life. But ultimately, I don't, you know, a lot of times I just want to be alone. One second. One second, y'all. Sorry, guys. Man, I don't know why I'm getting like this. All right. I'm sorry. A little anxious. Gonna jump in the shower real quick and just. Sorry. Just. It's not bad. Just my ADHD and my OCD, and I know it doesn't make sense, but I'll be right back. Just something that I'll be right back. Don't be mad at me. Don't be upset with me. All right, I'll be right back, and then we'll talk. Man, just my OCD. Like, I'm feeling good. I'm just so. I don't know how to explain it, but I'll be right back. I promise. It'll be quick. Yeah, just give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. Thanks for that. I'm sorry. I was I'm you know I yeah um just my anxiety. Here I forgot to open my chat up chat window for restream multi-streaming. Um, all right, there we go. But yeah, so you know, long story short, my relationship with my mom is rocky, and you know, she talked to my girlfriend, whatever. All seems to be on a positive note. You know, like all seems to be like going okay. You know, everything's gonna work out. Um, but what ends up what's actually happening is my mom is really buying in everything my girlfriend's saying, even to the point of, you know, and I use that term loosely. My girlfriend basically saying Tony needs to do this, Tony needs to do this. If Tony did that, if Tony did that, you know, a lot of it's like if Tony spends money, you know, he needs to stop being so cheap. You know, my mom buys into that, and so now it's, you know, my relationship with my mom was already rocky, but now it's almost like, you know, so I'll tell you exactly what happened here. My mom, I was going to get the ticket, get a plane ticket, and then I decided to stop. I decided to, you know, halt and kind of think it over. And my mom, just out of the blue, said, you know, I want to come down in November. I don't want to come down in December. And so that means, you know, this is the end of October, so I didn't have a lot of time to think it over. And I said, Mom, I just want to make it right. I want to get myself better before you come down. I love you. You know, I don't mind you coming down, but I don't want you to just spend time with Jen. You know, I want you to see me. And even though she would see me, I was just like, I want to be in a good state of mind to where you know, she can actually, you know, we can spend time together, and yeah. And so, yeah. So anyways, one second. My OCD. It's not as bad as it looks. It's just whenever I have like something like this where it's like so many options to do different things, it just gets overwhelming. But yeah, she was like, "Hey, I want a ticket in November," and I said, "I don't know yet." And then she said, "You know, if I don't get a ticket in November, then you aren't gonna see me." And it was like she didn't want to come down here in December or January, and you know, my girlfriend was pummeling me. She was pummeling. It's just like I was getting stressed out because it's like, what is going on here? You know, my mom basically saying I need to get her a ticket for November or she won't come down and see me. You know, she doesn't work. It's just like I want to get better than just have you come down, and you know, me not be in the right state of mind, and her wonder, why are you like this? Why don't you want to do stuff? You know, so on and so forth. And so, my mom got mad at me, and she said she stopped responding to my text messages, and Jen was getting on me, my girlfriend, and it was just like, what the fuck is going on? And then I tried to explain to Jen what was up, and she understood it, but she kept saying, you know, why didn't you just have her come down? What are you gonna do? You know, you need to fix this. You need to just buy their ticket. I got the condo or the villa for us, so she can have a place to stay. You can save money. And I was trying to say, I know that, and I appreciate that, but I'm just not in a good state of mind to have my mom come down. And we were still talking on the group chat. Mom ignored me for about a week, and then her and my girlfriend, I guess, were talking. But then she told my girlfriend, or my girlfriend told her, you know what? I don't know why she did this, but at first she said December would be good for me. Then she said January would be better. And then my mom responds to me after I said in the group, after I said in a message to her, Mom, okay, I'll buy you the ticket. And then she says, well, Jen says January is best, so I'll come in January. So the point is like, you know, my mom doesn't know this woman that well, and now she thinks that everything she says is, you know, this, you know, is 100% true, that she just, you know, she's a great person, she's this amazing person, and I need to straighten up. And I can't help but think that that was kind of part of my girlfriend's motive, is to kind of, you know, the idea of her doing this. I know what she's trying to do, and I don't think she means, well, I think part of it is nefarious, but I think most of all she just wants me to, she's hoping that if someone in my family looks down upon me for being the way I am, that will magically make me better, and then I will start to, you know, agree with Jen. Because, you know, there have been a lot of arguments with me and my girlfriend, but one of the things she says all the time is, if you just agree with me, you know, I have good ideas, you know, if you just go along with what I say, it's like we would never argue. And it's just like, that's terrible, like, you know. And she never wants to talk about things that we're struggling with, because obviously when you talk about the tough things and the difficult things, that's not like gonna put you in the best of moods, but it's a bridge that you cross, and hopefully when you cross it, you can get over it, you know. But you got to talk about it. A lot of times we get in arguments and we just stop talking to each other, or she'll just keep sending me messages and I won't respond, or I'll just say, yep, hope you have a good night, and then it eventually fizzles out. And then she says, well, something to the effect of, and she's done this numerous times, something to the effect of, hey, you know, I'm not mad at you, da-da-da-da, I just think this. And sometimes I respond, sometimes I won't. And then she'll, and then usually when it's like, and I've learned to not do this, but she'll say that, and then later on that day or that night or the next day, we'll plan a time to see each other, go on a date, and we just kind of forget about everything that happened. Because her thing is like, she doesn't want to rehash and talk about old things and talk about things in the past, which I get that, but it's just like, for us, for our situation, we need to do that. But I think she has friends. She's asking, I'm off work tomorrow, do you want to meet me somewhere? And I'm going to say no. I'm about to lock my door because I know she won't come and bust through my door, but she'll knock and I'll end up answering. Or she'll knock, I won't answer, and she'll just open the door, which is fine. I mean, I'm not worried so much about that. But, it's just, yeah, we just, you know, it's like, for our relationship to even possibly work out, we got to talk about things, and she never wants to do that, so. And I'm finally to the point, you know, for a while, what up, Zyphon? For a while, I was real bad about it. There was a small part of me that wanted her in my life because I loved her. I liked her. But there was a small part of me that wanted her in my life because I was almost afraid of being lonely. Afraid of just being on my own. And, you know, I was afraid of that. And so I kind of did everything to at least somewhat stay connected, because I was so scared of being alone and being on my own, you know. But it's almost like, you know, when you're alone, yeah, that part sucks, but many times there's so many more benefits. It's almost like you're better off being alone and not with anybody than with somebody who's just going to piss you off and make you more upset. And so, but it's just a very complicated situation. So, yeah. And she stated before she's in love with me, and so it's like she'll never get over me, you know. I don't know. I think she looks at the fact that I'm just kind of like, I'm not one of them stern guys. I'm not one of them guys who are gonna, you know, demand things and stuff like that. And I think she's, over time, you know, I understand, take advantage of that, which in the early stages I didn't really mind it, but now it's almost like to the point of, you know, and then when I do get mad or say something, she gets all like, don't you dare call me that. And it's like, if we looked over the messages that you sent to me and said to me, I mean, me calling you a piece of shit is actually a really nice thing, and I mean that. This woman has said some nasty things to me, but a lot of times I look at the fact that I got my own problems, and that is what triggers her to say those things. And so part of it is my fault. And as time went on, I used to look at it and like, it's less and less my fault. Started to realize that, okay, she knows what's wrong with me, but she keeps on saying things that she's been saying. And it's almost like, why do you want to even be with me? Why do you even want me around, you know? You're not even happy. And so it just doesn't make any sense. But so that's what's going on there. So now, you know, grandma's not here. I haven't talked to my grandma's sister, and now my relationship with my mom is it's crazy you say that, because you want to know a running joke she says? That's funny you say that, dude. That's hilarious you say that, because she says this joke all the time, and she tells her friends this, and she says it laughingly, but I think it's almost like very true. She says, and I'm being graphic here, but she says, if your cock wasn't that, if your cock wasn't as big as it is, we'd be having some serious issues. Or like, if your dick wasn't as big as it was, we definitely wouldn't be together. And like, I've never dated a woman, been in a serious relationship with a person, much less somebody who liked me for that. Because I'm not known for being good at that sort of thing. I'm just not. I'm not like this ladies man pimp thing, you know. It's just, I'm not really proud of that either, to be honest, because it's just like, She says, do you want me to meet me somewhere? I'm off work tomorrow. I say no. And she responds, no worries, my friend. She never responds like that, so that's really weird. But yeah, and so yeah, it's just I you know, as much as things she's told me, as much as we went through. No, that's funny though. No, but as much as we've went through, I would still want to work things out. And I would still work things out. I would still forgive her for everything she said, but we got to talk about stuff, and she never wants to just sit and talk about stuff. But it makes sense though. She doesn't want that. She just wants to hopefully make the relationship, you know, half good and half ass. No pun intended, but she wants to make, you know, it's kind of like driving a piece of shit car, you know. She doesn't want a great car, doesn't want a really, really nice car. Just wants her one to get from point A to point B. That's what it reminds me of. And I just thought about that. But that's kind of what it reminds me of. That's a good analogy on how it is. And, you know, she doesn't want to make it great. She just wants to make it tolerable. And I don't know why. I mean, well, yeah, I know why, but it's just like, you know, and one thing she has told me before, she said, what did she said? She has said, oh, what she said? Dang, I can't think of it. Oh, oh, and so you know how they tell people don't settle. One of the things she has told me before, and I think this came from the heart, though. I think there's some level of understanding, and some of this makes sense. But she'd say, you know, that we've almost like an investment. Like she's invested a lot in me, I invested a lot in her. But she would say, you know, part of the reason I want to try to work it out, or don't want to totally break it off, is because we spent so much time together, and I don't want to go through the process of meeting someone new, and you know, it's just different online, different people, and it's just like, I used to think the same way. I used to think, you know what, that's true, you know. I mean, going out, meeting somebody, first of all, finding somebody you like, and then going out, and then them know, you know, finding out that they're really crazy or weird is, you know, but then finding somebody who's you like, you go on a date, you talk, and then when you hang out with them, they're not totally crazy. You know, I can see how that can be hard to find, you know. And so, yeah, but anyways, what up, Zyphon? But yeah, I just wanted to share that, get that out my chest, because, yeah, I don't know. Have a good one, Mike. Good luck on your doctor's appointment tomorrow. Yeah. If anything goes crazy, if you want to share with how it goes, but man, have a good doctor's appointment, brother. And I love Mike, man. Good dude. Good dude. Who's this? But no, man, I love you guys, man. I know that's not the most exciting things to talk about, but it makes me feel better knowing I can share that with people, and you know. But yeah. Live video blocked. Why? What the hell? Why is it? Oh my god. So for whatever reason, I play no copyright music in it. It labeled it as trademarked or copyrighted music. So it disabled my Facebook stream. Well, actually, it made it so no new people could find it. I'm gonna go back to playing the only artist I know that isn't copyright, and that's Neffit. And that's, you know. But anyways, I don't know, man. I think tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna force myself to stream and have some good play times. You know, I wanna have fun and just enjoy myself. If I meet one person, I'm fine with that. You know, I'm not working extra this week, but that's coming soon. So it's like, okay, you know, want to be ready for that. But anyways. I just want you guys to know that I love you, and just got a lot on my mind, man. I just want you guys to know that I appreciate you guys be there for me. I'm gonna watch some TV, watch a documentary, but yeah, we're definitely gonna yeah, we're definitely gonna, you know, we'll pick it up and it'll be fun, man. Play some Black Ops 6, play some different games. Like I said, I just wanna, you know, I gotta, you know, I'm not working extra. Man, I haven't been gaming hardly ever, man. I thought about just buying something, dude, and trying it. Like even like buying a solo game. Single player, but it'll probably sit in my library like most of my other games, but I don't mind buying something. Maybe something will click and it will help me to get back into it. What were you suggesting? Ugh. But yeah, I've just been, I don't know. Things have been just really crazy and upside down for me lately, but we'll get it figured out. know, at least I'm on the right track. I'm working. You know, we'll figure it out. Just got a lot of I don't know. You know, I thought about Verbose was in the chat earlier and sent me a screenshot of Helldivers 2, and I'm really on the fence of playing that game. I feel like I know it was really popular like 2-3 months ago, but I'm sure it's still popular now. But I really there's a big part of me that wants to play that game. But it's like the only thing that I hope I'm not like so far behind on it, you know? Like everybody's so far ahead. But maybe it doesn't matter. But yeah, Sons of the Forest. You know what? I think I'm going to get that game. That game looks pretty sick. I think you convinced me to buy that game. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sleep on it, and I'm probably gonna buy it tomorrow. So I'm gonna put it. It's on my wish list. I'm gonna buy it because I think that would be a good game. I think I need a one-player game that I can, you know. But Helldivers 2, man, I really wish. There's a part of me that wishes I bought it when it was really popular. What have you bought both, or are you playing one or the other? Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I never played the game, but I watched a lot of YouTube videos on it. Crazy enough. I don't understand the context of certain things. Like, I knew they nerfed a bunch of stuff, and then they unnerfed things, and they got the whole concept of the game master or whatever. A guy who, in real time, I guess, makes the game harder or easier depending on how it's going. Which, I don't know if that's a new concept. You know, to me, that's really unique. And I want to say Sons of the Forest. I remember watching that trailer reveal when it was revealed for the first time. I think that was maybe last year. And it looked really cool. But, the Sons of the Forest, is it a... Like... You read the description and it looks like something that's really complex. But like when you watch the trailers, it maybe doesn't. It looks more simple than what it sounds, which can be a good or a bad thing. You know, like when I think crafting, you know, it just gives off the vibe that you can really only craft a few things, or like 10 or 15 things. But when you read crafting, you think like, you know, most games when you can craft, it's like hundreds of different things, you know. But it's crazy you recommend that game because it looks like something that, you know, it's solo, but it's just something enough that's not too elaborate, but not too simple. So I'm going to sleep on it, but I'm probably going to get that game. Because I want to jump into Black Ops 2, you know. Like, I'm not working overtime this week, and so I kind of want to play multiplayer, but then a small part of me wants to play the campaign. But then it's like I want to play other stuff, too. It's just, I don't know. Really? Is it, So did you beat the game? Or are you currently playing it, or did you just watch videos on it? because you've taught me into almost buying the game. Because I looked at that game when it first released, and then I was just like, for whatever reason, I think I just kind of passed over it. But man, I really wish, you know, between my relationship with my girlfriend doing shit and my grandma passing, just really, it's really a difficult time for me. Because there's a big part of me that just really, really, really wants to, you know, I don't know. So is it still, well, it's not early access anymore. What do you mean finish what was available? So did you beat, so you beat the game basically, or is it still unfinished? And you're waiting for them to add more stuff, or? I guess it's, now that you say it, I remember it went into early access.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow till I finally prove it.
Wow, that's not even a bad review, really. It just says basically he doesn't like the game. Damn, there's a lot of good reviews on this game, man. Yeah, the only time naked women chase me. Love that. But anyways, I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm gonna get back at it this week, man. I'm just trying to get over that hump, man. Zyphon, I just want to say I appreciate everything you've done, man, and I think about you all the time. I really do, brother. I know you're probably working and, you know, I think college or whatever, right? Are you doing school, or I forget what you said you were doing. I know you were working over the summer. But just message me and we'll talk later if you're cool with that. I'm going to get something to eat, watch some TV, and enjoy my time off. All right, y'all. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Things are going good. It's just I got a lot of things in my mind. Next time I see you, you know, let's talk about it. Or you can send me a message in Discord. You don't even have to be on stream, man. I just like to know how you're doing and everything. Things will pick up here, man. It's a time in my life where a lot of things have changed at once, and I'm trying to kind of get used to that. But just know I'm always here for you, man. I really am. And I know things will change a little bit, you know. You weren't here at the beginning of the stream, but I'm trying to work on a relationship with my mom and that's kind of going sideways, and so doesn't make it any better. You know, that rocky relationship with my girlfriend. It's just things are just wild right now, and things were going good, and then when my grandma passed, it's just kind of like an avalanche. But I'm gonna stop, get something to eat. I love you guys. It's a good week, man. We'll game this week. I'm actually gonna set an alarm and game a couple times a day because I want to game in the afternoon because there's a lot of people in my community who I could only see during that time, so that'll be good. All right, I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Peace.